Hey lovely people, welcome back once again to another exciting episode of Stitches Viz collection. I'm happy to have you here today. In this video, let me share with you how to make this beautiful designed handmade beaded bag. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Let's get started. Materials needed. So you cut your fish line, you make sure it's long enough that you can handle. You cut it off and I'm using 0.60 mm. You make sure you have the ends of the fish line, and then you pick 2 big beads, 2 small beads, and then you fix the big bead first, and then you fix 1 small bead, and then you fix the second big bead, and then you fix the last small bead. So you have 4 beads in all, 2 big bead, 2 small bead. Then you cross with the small bead. You make sure you have the ends of the fish line. You pull it out so one side will be longer than the other. And then you have your first ring done. And then you pick 2 big bead, 1 small bead. And then you fix 1 big bead on each fish line. You fix 1 on the left fish line, fix 1 on the right fish line. And then you cross with the small bead using both fish lines. You still make sure you have the ends of the fish line. You pull it out, and then you have your second ring done. And then you fix 1 big bead, 1 small bead, and then 1 big bead again. So you have 3 beads on one side of the fish line. Then you cross with the big bead using the other side of the fish line. So you have your fish line turned like this for you to weave to the other end. So on this fish line, you fix 1 small bead, 1 big bead, and then 1 small bead on the left fish line. Then you cross with the small bead using the right fish line. You pull it out so you have it turned completely. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead, and then you fix 1 big bead, then 1 small bead, and you cross with the small bead. You pull it out, and then with the right fish line you go through the next bead. Then on this fish line you fix 1 small bead, 1 big bead, and then this time you cross with the big bead. You pull it out, and then on this fish line you fix 1 small bead, 1 big bead, and then 1 small bead. Then you cross with the small bead. You pull it out, and then with the right fish line you go through the next big bead, and then you fix 1 big bead, 1 small bead, and then you cross with the small bead. You pull it out, and then with the right fish line you go through the next big bead. Then you fix 1 small bead and 1 big bead, and then you cross with the big bead. You pull it out and make sure it's very tight, and then you weave on with the same method throughout. So this is what you should get if you're on the right track. This is how your work should be looking like. So you're going to continue weaving till it's long enough till you have 16 or 17 chains in all with the same method, and I'm doing that off camera. So this is what you should get for your mat, and I have 16 in all. I made mine 16, you can do your 17, and I made the same thing offline, the same number, the same length, and the same design. I'm going to join it together to form the body of the bag. So with a new fish line, you go through this first bead here, and then you pull it out. Then on this fish line you fix 1 bead, and then with that same fish line where you fix the bead, you go through the first bead on the other side of the bag. You pull it out so you have the bead in the middle of both sides, and then you pick 1 bead, 1 big bead, then you cross with both sides of the fish line Make sure you have the ends of the fish line, and then you pull it out. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead. With the left fish line, go through the next bead, and then you pick one big bead, and then you cross with both sides of the fish line. You pull it out, and then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead. With the left fish line, go through the next bead, and then you pick one bead and cross with both sides of the fish line. You pull it out, and then you weave on with the same method. So as you can see, you have the side nicely joining up. So you are going to repeat the same method throughout. You join the throughout to this end, and then when you get to the end, you fix a small bead instead of the big bead, and I'm doing that off camera. So this is what you should get after you are done joining both sides. And as you can see, I have the same design on both ends, and we have it joined nicely. So we are going to make a handle for the bag to make it complete. We are going to fix it on this side. So with a new fish line, you go through this bead here, this bead here, then you pull it out. So you have the ends of the fish line, and then you pick the big beads, and then you fix them through both fish lines. So both fish lines should come out from each bead, as you can see me doing. So you are going to continue fixing until you have 11 in all. If you want the handle long, you can add more, and I'm doing that off camera. So this is what you should get after you are done. I have 11 in all. You can increase it if you want it long. So I'm going to fix it on this side. So the right fish line will come out from the left side, and then the left fish line will come out from the right side. That is what we are doing. So this is what you should get after you are done. And then we are going to pass the excess fish lines through everything to make the handle very firm. The handle has to be firm because it carries the weight of the bag, and I'm doing that off camera. So this is how it should look. This is what you should have for the handle. As you can see, my handle is firm now, and it's going to be able to carry the weight. So you can fix a zip, a lining and a zip in it, or you can fix in a drawstring bag, or you just leave it like this and you can use your bag. Feel free to increase your bag if you want it big, and you can do it in any color of your choice. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more and more of my tutorials. Make sure to comment and share as well. Stay safe. See you in my next video. Have a nice day, and bye.